Good morning, guys, and welcome back to JJ's Lifted Horizons. It is Thursday morning, and we have a delivery this morning. It is right now right around 5 o'clock in the morning. Our appointment's for 5:30, and we basically just have to text the customer from here, but I want to do my pre-trip so that as soon as they text me back, I'll be able to just leave here and go directly to the customer. We're less than 4 miles away. So as soon as they text us, we'll be able to drive down to the customer, and then we'll be able to get unloaded. As soon as we're done with that, then we have to go down to Poway, which is down around the San Francisco area. And if we're able to, there's a rest area right near Camp Pendleton that I'd like to stop at and show you, because the rest area is absolutely beautiful, right next to the ocean. So there's nothing left to do other than to just send that text message off to the customer, finish up our pre-trip, then we'll get unloaded and we'll be able to get on with our day. So let's go.
Mirrors adjusted, clear and clean. A proper inspection keeps you keen. Inspect before you roll, make it routine. Keep your rig safe, keep it pristine. Every detail counts on the open road. Do the pre-trip check before you unload.
Okay, guys, so I have sent the customer the information that they need to get checked in down at Shamrock Foods here in Eastvale, California. And so I basically just have to wait for them to text me back. This isn't the typical customer experience. You don't usually just have to send a text message. But as you'll find out when we get down there, there's no place to wait around. You basically have to park in the center of the street. So it's actually safer for me to do it right here where I send off the text message, and then they'll text me back. We're 3.8 miles away, so it's not like we're going to be miles and miles and miles away from the customer. So as soon as they send us a text message back saying, we've got your information, go to this door, we'll drive down there and then get backed into a door, and then just wait for them to get us unloaded. And then we can start heading down to Poway, California. It is early in the morning, and I've only had 1 cup of coffee so far. So we're going to sit here and we're going to wake up a little bit and wait for these guys to message me back, and we'll head on down. So stay with me, guys. It's early morning, but hopefully today goes as good as it did yesterday, because yesterday was a great day. So stay with me. So we're driving down to this customer because they texted me and told me that I needed to come in and check in with security. I don't know why this is any different than any other time, but apparently they want me to sit down here and park in the middle of the street. Oh, we got a green arrow now. Hopefully we can make it through, because that took forever. And we can. Turn right. apparently we're just gonna park right here on the shoulder, like this other driver, where it says no stopping anytime. Yeah. All right, guys, I'll be right back. All right, guys, we have a door. In fact, everything was exactly the way it was explained to me. You just have to come down here to security and you have to check in with them and they will give you the door. You're just not allowed to come in here until they say you can. So that was just really confusing to me, but yeah, we have a door. So we'll back in the door here. You know, if I had another appointment today, this wouldn't be going as well as it is. Like I said, I am not a one. I have to have at least one pull-up. At least. And if you're a driver and you leave the door, move the chalk out of the way. I mean, I got to go back there and open up the doors anyway, so it's not a big deal. It's just a little bit of common courtesy. All right, I'm gonna go open the doors. I'll be right back. All right, finish backing into this door. All right, guys, I gotta go check in with the receiving office. So I'll be back with you and we'll talk about the whole chalk thing. Because it's a little annoying. Okay, guys, well, I'm back. After about 5 to 6 minutes of being ignored at the window, she was staring intently into her computer screen, so I'm sure that there was something very important that she was doing, so we'll just give her that. It's early in the morning, guys, and I really thought that there was something I thought something screwy was going on, but it worked out exactly the way the other drivers told me that it was going to work out. So we're backed in the door 225. I want to just, one of my pet peeves, okay? Let's just address this right now. So this is a chalk right here for my truck, okay? I'll put this in. Now my tires are chalked. Where it was down here where the tires usually go, because the last driver just kind of rolled it over instead of moving it back out. Somebody else did the same thing right here. So instead of actually getting out, removing the chalk, and then closing their doors or whatever, they just drive over it. Number one, that's a good way to destroy the chalk. And number two, you're just leaving it for another driver to have to get out and move. Now, most of the time you're gonna have to get out and open up your doors anyway. But if you have a driver that has a trailer with a roll-up door where they don't even have to get out of the truck, you're just giving them an extra step that they don't have to do. It's just all about being courteous to your fellow drivers. But we still have a green light, so it's going to be a little bit before we get unloaded. But as soon as we are ready to get out of here, we'll come back. Or if something changes, or if there's any sort of issues, I'll come back and let you know what it's all about. So stay with me, guys. I just want to take a minute and talk to you guys a little bit about detention. That's right, detention. You may have gotten in trouble in school at one point in time in your life, and the teacher said you're going to be sitting in detention for the next few hours. Well, we have detention here in trucking. And what that boils down to is they have to unload your product, okay? So the company allows each one of these receivers 2 hours, or even shippers 2 hours, to either load or unload you. And then after those 2 hours, then you start getting paid a flat rate per hour to sit and wait for your trailer to get either loaded or unloaded. And we're here at Shamrock Foods in Eastvale, California, and our appointment was at 5:30 in the morning. It's now 8:11. And I just got a call to come get my paperwork. So we're gonna go get that here in a second. But what I just wanted to share with you is that a lot of the stuff that we have to deal with is a lot of sitting around and waiting. And a lot of this waiting comes at the shippers and receivers because they'll unload you within a matter of minutes. But what takes the longest is the breakdown, and then the receiver to count it and put their labels on it, and then waiting for the lumper service to send you a bill so that you can pay them. And then all that is factored into the unloading process. So it's not like you back into a door, you get unloaded, and then you're done. Most of the time, I would say about 75% of the time, at most of our customers like Sysco, Shamrock, US Foods, what have you, there's going to be detention time factored into that. So they had my detention time factored in on this stop because this customer normally takes a lot of time to unload you. But today isn't too bad. So they got done at 8:11. So that's only, 41 minutes past my appointment time, where they have taken hours upon hours in the past. So you really have to take that into consideration when you're setting up your routes for these loads. So let me go get that paperwork. We'll do our all of our computer work and start heading down to Poway. We're not going to be able to stop at that rest area because we're going a completely different way. We're going down I-15 instead of I-5. And then even the route going back up north tomorrow, we're not going to be able to get at that rest area that I wanted to stop at on this trip, but there'll be other trips. So hang with me, and we'll get out of here momentarily. All right, guys. Now, if you saw the footage with me going to the back of the trailer, I didn't put my seal or my lock on, and that's because I have a gate pass. And usually a gate pass means there's going to be somebody on the other end waiting for me to come out, and they might want to look inside the trailer. So if they wanted to do that, I had my seal on, I'd have to break the seal and start all over from scratch. So in order to save myself the time of breaking the seal and putting a new seal number on the bills, I'll just go over and let them look inside the trailer if that's what they want to do. And then I'll put my seal on and my lock on, and then we'll get going. Yesterday was supposed to just be a driving day, and it turned out to be a driving day with a museum stop. Today was supposed to be a driving day with a stop at a really cool rest area, and that's going to end up being just a driving day. So things happen. Now I'll wait for Shamrock to get done backing in, and the pickup truck that's off to the right there, I think that's just a maintenance guy. Oh, at least I'm not the only one that needs a pull-up, and they're out washing the trucks today. It's a good day to do it. Beautiful weather outside. And I go to so many customers, guys, that I don't remember the ones that have the guard shack on the other end, and I don't remember the ones that do. But it doesn't look like they have anybody on this side, so once we get past the gate, we'll go throw the seal on and we'll be good to go. Down to Poway. Oh, there is a guard shack over here.
Turn left on Sharp Street.
They have really weird guard shacks. They're little container boxes. And whoever's in that guard shack drives a really nice looking Corvette. All right, it's as simple as that. They didn't even want to look inside the trailer. They just wanted that piece of paper. So it all depends on the customer. Everyone is different. Well, not everyone, but a lot of them are different. So we've got 93 miles from here to Poway. And then we're basically done for the day. There's a nice little restaurant right next to Sysco and Poway called Papa Duke's. We might go over there and visit with Papa Duke himself. He's basically a one-man machine. But Ryan said the last time he was there, he had a helper, so that's nice for him. But he also said that he might be selling, or is trying to sell.
Turn left at the stop sign, then turn left.
But he's basically from New York City, and he has a New York style deli there. And I try and order something new from his menu every time I go there, just to try everything. I haven't tried their pizzas yet. I had pizza yesterday though, so I don't think I want more pizza. We'll see. We shall see. We're gonna have plenty of time. I mean, it's 8:30 right now, 93 miles away. We'll be getting there around 10 or 11 o'clock. And there'll still be coming in, or have people coming in for their appointment times for today yet. And we'll be going in tomorrow morning. So, and before you ask, no, there's no way of adjusting your appointment times at Sysco. Once you have an appointment time, that's pretty much what you got. Welcome back, guys. Well, all of the cameras are dead, I'm assuming, because there's no red light on the remote blinking. So I'm guessing we have no other cameras rolling right now other than the one that I'm at, that I'm looking at, or that's looking at me. I don't know. Like I told you guys, I'm tired. But we're in Temecula, California right now, which is where the scale is at. And I wanted to at least have something rolling while we got through this part, because if we gotta go through the scale, I like to have a camera going. And yesterday I had a red light on my pre-pass even though the scale was closed. And typically if the scale is closed, you can just bypass it. Well, according from what I know from pre-pass, and if you know better than I do, you can drop that down in the comments section below. But if you have a red light, regardless of whether the scale is closed or not, you have to go in. So I did just that. And they opened up the scale not long after I pulled in there, so. We shall see if I get a green light or if I get a red light or what the deal is. But seeing as how it's International Road Check Week, I'm assuming that I'm going to get a red light. Or no light at all, which is just the same thing as a red light. Especially if the scales are closed or open. You know what I mean. So, way station 1 mile. It even says on the sign, well, it says on the sign that if you don't get a bypass signal, that you have to come in when the scales are open. So I guess that could be interpreted however you would want to interpret it. Scales closed, do not enter. And I got a green light, so no scales for me today. Maybe going into the banning scale yesterday, they put me in the system saying, he's good to go, give him the green light. Because yesterday the scale said they were closed too, and they still had me come in on a red light. I don't know, did I do the right thing? Did I go into the scale because of the red light? Was that the right thing to do, or should I just bypass? I don't know. Leave your comment down below and I'll read them. I read all the comments, and I try to reply to all of the comments, especially respectful ones. But yeah, that was, it's not something that you want to do incorrectly, especially during this week, because of the increased enforcement. So I just try and be on my best behavior all the time, but especially this week. So that was anticlimactic. I thought that we were going to be going into the scale and I was going to be able to let you guys be there when I went through, but again, nothing is really happening today. And like I said, all the cameras are already used up with their batteries, so there isn't really much I can do about that. I mean, I could probably find a place to pull off, but again, do you guys want to see the driving footage? Do you guys care? I don't know. The only way that I will know is if you drop your suggestions in the box below. And everybody's slowing down. Yeah, because all you're really going to see right now is a bunch of traffic. Stop and go. Well, not stop and go, but it definitely is traffic. And we've got road workers up here. I'm trying to move over to do the right thing. Thank you for letting me over. All right, so if I can find a spot to pull off and change out the batteries, I will do so. And honestly, tell me in the comments below if that would be something you would want me to do. So if not, I will see you when I get to Poway. So stay with me. Hey guys, so we made it to Poway, and well, there's really nothing else to do for the rest of the day. So like I said, we can leave here, go and walk over to Papa Duke's, which isn't that far of a walk, and we could have lunch and then come back. And then I'm going to be watching Ryan Hall's forecast online because, well, there's going to be some bad weather over near the house, and I want to just make sure everything is going to be okay. So we can watch that while I'm putting all of my footage onto the laptop from today. And then got a few other odds and ends that I need to take care of, but for the most part, today is over with. So let's go over to Papa Duke's and see what he's got going on today. Honestly, it's pretty nice that Sysco lets us park here in their driveway, because otherwise there really isn't many places to park in the San Diego area. You can actually go all the way down south, and you're right on the Mexican-American border pretty much. And you could park at the Pilot down there, but that's like 35, 40 miles away. And that's in San Diego traffic, an hour and a half drive. So it's nice to be able to just park here. And I guess there's not that much litter. I mean, there's a couple of cups and things here and there, but for the most part, this isn't trashed like some of the truck stops are. And if you manage to pick up after yourself, most places will actually let you stay there. It's kind of funny how that works. So we're walking up the driveway, and then once we get out on the road here, it's not that far of a walk. So and this street is kind of busy, so you just want to make sure that you watch both ways while you're crossing the street, just like any other street. But then we just keep walking down this way, and we'll be there here shortly.
Tell me, mother, did you miss me when I broke free?
It looks and smells so good. I got the pickle.
Just to be elsewhere, I long to belong. Hitched a ride into the
It tastes really good, but it's really, really messy. So you know it's good. Well, guys, that's Papa Duke's. And I can tell you right now, I am full. I probably fall asleep on my walk back to the truck. His Italian sausage is really, really good. You can tell that he knows how to make a good Italian sausage sandwich. But I'm gonna head back to the truck, and then we'll close out this video because there isn't really much else to do today other than things that I need to take care of personally. So stay with me and I'll finish out this video here shortly. All right, guys, well, we are back in the truck, and I am actually watching Ryan Hall right now on YouTube because of all the bad weather that's happening in Wisconsin tonight. In fact, there could be some pretty bad storms that hit up by my place, so I'm actually staying on top of it just to make sure that everything is okay, and if there's any family members that I need to make aware of the bad weather that's coming, I'll be aware of it ahead of time. So if you're not subscribed to Ryan Hall, definitely do that, because he's got probably the best severe weather coverage out there on YouTube. Also, Max Velocity is another good one, so go check out those channels, because those are the channels that I depend on to keep myself safe during severe weather. So just keep that in mind. Also, after watching some of his live stream, there's a whole bunch of people that are parking underneath overpasses, maybe because they don't want their windshield to be destroyed by hail, or if they think that that's a place to park in case of a tornado. Well, I've covered this in a live stream before. It's not a safe place, because during a tornado, that's just a huge wind tunnel. Somebody saw it on a movie once and thought it was a good idea. So don't do it, because even if you have hail, it's better to have a broken windshield than to have an 18-wheeler barreling down the highway come up behind you because he couldn't see you because of all of the rain and the hail and everything that's going on around you, and he just completely destroys your car, or even worse, destroys your life. So definitely don't use an overpass as a means to protect yourself in the middle of a hailstorm or a tornado. It's not safe. Don't do it. But I'll get off my soapbox. What did we learn today? We learned a little bit about detention. We learned that trucking isn't always a lot of fun things to do all day. Sometimes it's just you drive from one customer to another customer and then you sit for the rest of the day. That's pretty much what we did today. But we did have a really good meal over at Papa Duke, so thank you, Papa Duke, for being an all-around great guy and having a really, really good restaurant with some amazing food. That Italian sausage sandwich, that stuff is to die for. I'll tell you that right now. But I want to thank you all for coming along for this journey today. And remember, every road leads to a new story. Keep writing yours. We'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.